Recently, I was torn on getting myself the PSVR 2 or a Meta Quest 3. I spent a couple of days researching it, and from what I had gathered, the PC adapter for the PSVR was a little hard to come by for the official one, and that the off-brand one was hit or miss. Especially if your PC is not really up to snuff like mine. I'm still rocking an RX 580. My PC is super outdated, so I'm a little limited on PC VR titles at times. I went to Best Buy, and I saw that they had the Meta Quest 3 on display. As soon as I put that visor up to my face and it showed me its pass-through mode, I didn't need to see anything else. I already knew I was going to love the thing. I know the battery is pretty shit on it, but when I game I stay plugged in and seated most of the time, so it's a non-issue. With the PSVR 2, I'm limited to the titles that they have. Originally I wanted to play Skyrim and Fallout VR, and then after researching that, I read how the games were ported to VR instead of being made from the ground up. So without a million mods, they aren't really exactly enjoyable. And yeah, Skyrim VR is kind of trash compared to some of the other fantasy titles in the library. So I took the Quest 3 home, and I immediately started playing a bunch of games. I played a little Ghosts of Tabor. As a huge Tarkov fan, I was interested. But then I started to see some videos about Exfilzone. It looked so much better and had a better loot system in my opinion from what I can see, so I tried that out at a lesser price, and I honestly refunded Tabor. Perhaps at some point in the future I'll give it another go, we'll see. When I loaded it up, I noticed that not only did I purchase Exfilzone, but also Showdown, their Battle Royale mode. And at this point, I've probably put about 50 to 100 hours into Exfilzone. I'm dead tired, and I can honestly say that at this point, Contractors has ruined all other shooters for me. Exfilzone took me a little bit to get used to, but so did Escape from Tarkov, and I got used to that until the rampant hacking started to go on. Now I know Exfilzone is currently battling it out against some hacker loser that keeps making his hack public, and it's honestly just embarrassing really. I know there's hacking in almost every game, and cheaters everywhere, but never did I expect that there would be hackers in VR games as well. It's already such a niche community, and I'm not really sure why you would want to cheat in games in the first place. It just kind of removes all of the reward for you. Anyway, I digress. Traversing in a large map, looting, fitting things into your backpack, swapping mags, packing mags, using different attachments on guns, in a survival setting where you have to keep your hunger and thirst in check, it's basically Escape from Tarkov VR. Everyone starts out sucking shit in this game, but eventually you'll find yourself with multiple armories, a stock full of your favorite weapons, plenty of cash to buy yourself the supplies you need. You can actually feel yourself getting better in this game as you play it more and more. Your personal experience goes up. After I played some Exfilzone, I started to dip into some of the other modes, and I actually have been having so much fun in it. I didn't know that Showdown was basically just Call of Duty Warzone, but VR. I mean seriously, it's all of the same mechanics with the armor plating, airdrops, just with added VR systems, and I think the game honestly feels great. I was sold on it when I was knocked out and I was sent to its version of the Gulag to fight another player to fight my way back to the map. Just amazing stuff all around. I know the player base has tapered lately since Exfilzone, and I know a lot of players blame Caveman for it, but from what I have gathered, the player base died right before the season came out, before Exfilzone even became a thing. I could be wrong about all of that. Like I said, I've only been playing this for maybe 50 to 100 hours total, so I'm still kind of new to this community. People still play though. I've gotten into games. Sometimes the wait is a little longer than normal, but it's fun nonetheless.
Alright guys, I lied. We're actually playing Star Wars now. No, I'm kidding. Damn. We sticking with TDM?
Then there's base Contractors. I picked this game up and realized that there's way more to this than I ever expected. There's a Team Fortress 2 mod, which I was not very fond of. It felt a little chaotic and the classes don't really feel as intuitive as playing it flat screen. Almost every time I went out, I got killed. And there were some instances where I didn't even know how to reload the shotgun. It's fine, I suck, but the game was giving me a headache anyway. There's also the Star Wars Clone Wars mod, which I know people also love and play a lot on here. It felt a little more jank to me, not as smooth as some of the other stuff I've played. The match I played, I was sniped every moment I stuck my clone head out. I've played a Modern Warfare 2 mod on the Nuketown map. This blew my mind. I didn't get footage of it, but trust me when I say it definitely felt like I was in an original Modern Warfare 2 lobby with its voice chat, and trust me, I was amused. There was a Warhammer 40k mod where we played as Space Marines. This was also slightly jank, of course, but I appreciate the work that went into the mod, and the people on the server were role-playing, which also made it very funny.
Oh shit, there's somebody coming in the front. I'm going in, going in! Ah! Brothers, we need more weapons.
Wait, give me! Oh my goodness, I'm safe!
We don't need weapons, we need a fight!
The ADS is absolute AIDS. I couldn't aim, but I'm guessing nobody else can, and that's the point.
My face shall forever lie in the Lord's
Is the church defended, brothers?
keep it still.
And lastly, my favorite was the Halo VR mod. Almost a mix of Halo 2 and Halo 3. I played this for hours in the same lobby with people and had a wild time. It felt so good. I was happy that it had a crosshair that went with it so you didn't have to pull optics up to your eyes. I mean, for an arcade shooter, it wasn't really necessary anyway. The energy sword was probably the most hilarious thing, because all I really had to do was just waggle it like a Wiimote, and when I waggled it at people, they would just die. I may have been using it wrong, but hell, I got kills, so whatever. I'm not exactly sure yet on how to load the Halo VR mod while I'm using the standalone MetaQuest 3, but I'm trying to figure it out. It all feels so good on this mod. The battle rifle is one thing, but I'm still a purist with the original Halo auto rifle. The sniper rifle is unfortunately hot ass, but from what I understand, this one's really hard to make good. It was hard to get a shot with this thing, and nothing feels as good as getting a double kill with a grenade as it does in VR. It just goes to show that for so long I've been missing out on so many awesome games that you can play, and I'm here for it. It just makes me think of all of the future possibilities in VR. I mean, there was such a push for it before 2020, and it seemed to fizzle out when the current gen consoles came out. For years I wanted to play VR for some of my space sim games like Elite Dangerous, but I need to update my PC to fully enjoy that. I've tried it, my FPS was way too low when I was in the space station, and low FPS in VR will absolutely make you sick. Perhaps at some point, with enough exposure, it can have a comeback, and more people will get a MetaQuest, or just get VR in general. One can only hope, as it is difficult to get your friends to invest into such a thing. Anyway, that'll do it for me. Contractors is one of the games that I've been playing the most. I hope you liked this video. Leave me the appropriate thumb, let me know your thoughts, toss me a sub if you want to stick around for more, and I'll see you in the next video.